This week's ADC location of the week is Port Phillip Bay. This week we have loaded the Jeep and the Surtees and we are heading to Martha Cove, which happens to be one of my favourite launching facilities in Port Phillip Bay. Whenever I choose to fish the southern section of Port Phillip Bay, I use this facility because of the convenience it offers to most of my fishing spots down this way. I also like how well maintained it is, along with the beautiful trek through the Martha Cove moorings, while I admire the variety of amazing boats on show. Who knows, maybe one day my boat will be in one of these moorings, but for now, I'm happy to transport my boat to our choice of locations with the ever reliable Jeep. Welcome to another episode of Real Fun Lifestyle and Fishing. Well, today I got a little bit of a treat. I got a really good mate of mine joining me today. Most of you should recognise him, but for those of you that don't, I got Jason Johannisen from the Western Bulldogs AFL.
Thanks, Dano.
How are you, mate?
Very well. Looking forward to a great day.
Fantastic. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the show. Now, mate, I've done a little bit of research on you. So you got drafted in 2011. You got drafted as pick 39. Now, is that why you wear number 39 on your back?
I don't know exactly the story behind it, but it was just a bit ironic that I ended up wearing the number 39 jersey.
So you played your first game of AFL in 2012, round 19 against the Kangaroos. Still remember that day?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it was a bit of a shock, really, because I didn't really expect it, and fortunate enough, Lindsay Gilby, he was retiring, and the coach asked him if he wanted to play his last home game, and he said, nah, play the young kids, and he ended up picking me, and it was just a great experience, and it was a dream come true, and all my family came over to watch, and unfortunately we lost, but it was a special day.
Yeah, as it would be, mate, your first game of AFL. Now, I'm not sure if a lot of people would know this, but you've actually won 2 grand finals with Footscray / the Western Bulldogs, haven't you? You won your first grand final with Footscray in the VFL, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Part of my development was to build my game was to play in the VFL, and yeah, fortunately enough, I won the VFL Premiership in 2014, and then started playing some regular AFL footy in 2015, 2016, and hopefully can build up and have another good year next year.
Okay, now, mate, how does a young man from Johannesburg, you came to Australia at the age of 8, you spent most of your life in Fremantle, is that where you picked up the love for the AFL?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, parents decided they wanted to give me and my sister some more opportunities, so they decided to move to Australia, and you know, just fell in love with footy because all my mates from school were playing it at recess and lunch, and just fell in love with it. And yeah, rest is history, really. And
you're quite good at athletics, from what I understand, as well, aren't you?
Yeah. So I started off, doing a bit of sprinting and stuff like that. So I enjoyed running, and I think it's helped me definitely in my development in my footy game, so I can able to use my speed and power and get the ball and take off. Yeah,
I have to say, when I watch you play, you do, it's as though you're gliding, you know what I mean? You've got a really sleek, unique way of running, and you're very, very quick, so that certainly does help, doesn't it?
No, definitely. I think through athletics you learn the right running technique, and you get well coached, and yeah, it's definitely helped me in my footy game.
Now, mate, the big one, the grand final last 2016. What was that like, mate?
Oh, it was yeah, I was speechless. You know, as a kid, you just dream about playing the grand final because you watch it every year and you see the joy on people's faces, but you know, we worked so hard as a team all year, and the feeling that you do it together as a team, you know, there's no better feeling, and yeah, hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Yeah, you guys had that belief about you, didn't you? You really did. You could see it in the way you guys played.
No, definitely. I don't think anyone in the outside world thought we could do it, but internally we thought, you know, if we play our best, we can beat anyone, and on that day we played really well and got the chocolates.
And what about the Norm Smith, mate? What was that like? I mean, one thing is to win a grand final, but to win the Norm Smith as well. What's that feeling like?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was. I didn't personally think I played my best game, but I was able to do some good things, and yeah, to win the Norm Smith is an absolute honour, and to see all the blokes have won it before me, and your name's up there with them, it's just really special.
Yeah, it would be something special. Now, this year the Doggies didn't do so well. Quite a disruptive year for you. You were in contract talks. You've now got that all settled. You've got what, 5 years now for the Bulldogs. So for you Doggy supporters, and I know I've got a few mates who are Doggy supporters, he's there for the next 5 years. So you've locked the champion up. How does that feel to know you've got the next 5 years tied up?
No, definitely. There was no point in my time in contract negotiations that I was going to leave, and I'm just so happy to be a Bulldog for life, and I can't wait for the next 5 years.
Okay, awesome. Well, now Jace, you've done a little bit of fishing before, haven't you? Being from Freo, it's a beautiful, beautiful little town there, and it's right on the water. So you've done a little bit, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Perth's got a great coastline, and you know, used to go to Freo, fish off the rocks or fish off the boat, and catch some snapper, some salmon. So hopefully today on camera I can catch a few.
Well, mate, welcome to my domain now, right? So you're not on an AFL ground anymore, you're on the water. Today what we're going to do, because we're restricted for time, what we're going to do is we're going to scoot out and we're going to try and get some calamari. Time permitting, we will chase some flathead as well on the drift with some lures, and when we come back, mate, I hope to cook some up for you and we have a great day. What do you think about that?
Nah, the sun's out, so let's do it.
All right, let's do it, mate. Okay, Jace, so here we are. We've come out about 15 k's. So remember, we left Martha Cove. We've come out about 15 k's. That's Rye, sort of just behind us there, and they're the heads straight out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put out these squid jigs. That's a Shimano Cephia there. Nice pink colour. I find that's the colour that works. Nice bright colours work around here. You haven't squid jigged before, have you?
No,
so what we're actually going to do, I'll show you how to do it. You're right-handed, yeah?
Yep.
So this will be for you. We cast out there, and then what we do is we let the jig sink, and then we flick it back. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to simulate a wounded fish, and that'll just flick through the water like that, and then it'll sink, and flick through the water like that and sink, and hopefully we can get you onto a calamari or two. So let's see. You're a gun footballer. Now you're going to get judged as a fisherman, right?
Yeah.
So let's see how you go.
No, let's do it. I'm excited.
Alrighty.
At Brighton Jeep, we don't just sell Jeep, we live Jeep.